Hello and good afternoon everybody, and welcome back once again for another video of DIY investing. The crypto markets are looking absolutely phenomenal right now, and it's got me so excited for all of the profit potential that's about to be had. There's a number of different things that I want to talk about in today's video. So today we're going to be diving in and looking at an updated analysis inside of Bitcoin. I'm going to show you guys where I'm expecting Bitcoin to actually start moving to. I think that we have just barely started the real bull run, and we're about to experience a lot of upward movement taking place in not only just the altcoins but the Bitcoin market as well. This makes me feel like this is a very exciting time that we can all be looking towards accumulation purposes, because we're about to see a major explosion taking place inside of Bitcoin, and you guys are definitely not going to want to miss out on all of this amazing profit potential. With all that being said, if you guys are new and just finding this channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and then click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates like the one provided for you here. Remember guys, I also offer a course in Signal so you guys can actually follow my own personal investment strategies, all of the trades that I'm taking, and as well as follow my own portfolio management. Make sure you guys click the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you're going to get access to my Discord server. I also offer 20 educational videos that teach you guys all the same strategies that I personally use to profit inside of this market. So make sure you guys check out that by clicking the invitation link in the description. I also have a number of my other social media handles that you guys can reach me and get access to, so that you guys can ask me any questions of your own. You guys are definitely going to want to check out my Discord server. We've got just under 2,000 members and growing very quickly. Eventually I'm going to cut off all of the subscriptions, so you guys will have to get access now while the opportunity is still here. Eventually it's just growing too fast and I won't be able to maintain it as much, and so you guys are definitely going to want to jump in before the time comes. With all that being said guys, thank you so much for all the support. It means everything to me. Let's keep killing this market, let's keep profiting together, and let's jump right into the video today. Alright guys, so here we are with an amazing chart of Bitcoin. We're going to go through and I'm going to be analyzing the chart of Bitcoin. We're going to look at where I'm expecting price to be moving over the next couple months. We're also going to be diving in and taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance. And then we're going to finish things up by taking a look at the total market cap of cryptocurrency. Now, so to start, let's go in here and first take a look at Bitcoin. Now, some very interesting things have actually taken place over the last couple weeks. Over the last couple days, we've actually started to see a pretty nice increase in buyback taking place inside of Bitcoin that's put us back above 9K. Now, kind of what I've been watching for is if we could actually break outside of all descending resistance, and this is what I've been updating you guys with practically the entire time of this retrace inside of Bitcoin. Now, I actually started calling this a falling wedge because we do have enough reaction inside of these descending and ascending, inside of the descending and supporting resistances inside of this chart pattern, and we've actually correlated nicely with a breakout outside of this. Now, with this breakout, there was a couple things that I was watching for. Now, at first when I was drawing this, I was watching a couple resistance levels, and I had this drawn as a breakout since here. So I've actually expected this to be broken out for a while now, and the fact that we've actually got another major impulse and another retest of support right here, and now we're continuing on with more bullish continuation, this leads me to believe that this is most definitely a confirmed trend reversal. There's no reason that we should really be thinking that this is going to drop back down to new lows. I think it's very unrealistic that we're even going to drop back down to below 8K. I think that this was really that retest, and it only brought us down to about $8,300, and we're already starting to impulse out higher than that. And so that actually leads me to believe that this is very much an early cycle that's about to start getting very impulsive. And so kind of what I'm personally watching for is I think we're getting a lot of the same cycle that took place back in early December, where we get this slow kind of rounded bottom formation, and that would have been the same as right here. We get that first uptick in price, which I think would have been right here. And now I believe that we're headed for this final euphoria event that's really going to take prices very parabolic, and I do believe that this is going to take us to about that 618 Fibonacci level. Now, to show you guys exactly where I think that's going to take place, I think that that's going to take place at about 11K Bitcoin, which will be about right here. About 11K Bitcoin is where I'm expecting us to actually impulse to next. And so that's going to be a really big parabolic run, and I think it's going to behave similarly to what we just experienced back here. rounded bottom formation. We break up and out of that, start our first impulse right here. And now we'll go into that final mania phase that the prices are just going to go straight up vertical parabolic. And so I think that'll take us to about this 11K mark. It's possible that we could go all the way upwards of about 12K, but for the most part, my target's at 11K, and that's probably where I would look to scale out of most of my short-term positions that I've been taking. I did open a day trade, a margin position inside of Cardano last night. It's not one that I posted in my signals because it was a little bit higher risk, and so for that, I'm just kind of watching, but that's where I would actually look to take profits here with some of my short-term altcoin trades and then some of my Bitcoin trades as well. So 11K is what I'm expecting next. I think it's going to get very parabolic and impulsive in this next move up, and it's going to really surprise a lot of people, similar to what we saw here with this early accumulation. We really exploded straight up to 14K. I think that this current breakout's going to do almost the same sort of accumulation where, you know, we've kind of just rounded out right here. And this next impulse is going to take us pretty parabolic upwards of this 11K mark, something like this. And then we'll kind of top out for a short term, drop back down a little bit, and then that should set us up for another even bigger push up on the upside. And so for me, guys, personally, the way it's looking inside of Bitcoin, especially if we start rallying upwards of 11K, I think that's only going to further my belief that this is a very bullish market. I think that this next leg up is actually going to take us close to that all-time high mark, and I'm expecting it to actually break out of that. I think at the very least we hit that all-time high mark and start to kind of sell off a little bit. But I think it's very possible that we're actually going to hit this all-time high mark, break outside a little bit above it, and then kind of continue on in this parabolic run. Because I think that as of right now where it stands, this is just the first impulse in this cycle. This is our one wave. And we'll see another impulse move that'll take us, my guess is it's actually going to take us higher than that all-time high mark. We could very easily hit something upwards of about 25K, maybe come back down, and then kind of continue on in that cycle. But really, guys, to me, I think that we're going to see a similar impulse that was like the same size as what we saw back in here. That'll take us close to that all-time high mark. Maybe we'll kind of consolidate back down and have another short-term correction like this after the halvening. But this is kind of what I'm watching out for. Overall, to me, it looks more bullish. Now, I do have another scenario that I'm watching out for in case this actually decides to accumulate a little bit longer than some people are thinking. Now, this is kind of what I'm going to be watching out for if that is the case. I think that this would set us up that this is actually a form of triangle consolidation. And our 618 is going to take us really close to about the resistance level of this triangle. And once we hit there, I think that it's possible that we could drop back down and kind of consolidate sideways some more. We could drop even lower back down in here. I find that less likely. In fact, I think it's more likely that if we do consolidate in this triangle a little bit longer, then it would be us hugging very tight to towards the descending resistance of this setup before we actually do get that breakout. And so this is another scenario that I'm watching out for. We kind of either way, both scenarios see this as an impulse upwards of about 11K Bitcoin, and then us to have a short-term pullback before actually having another big impulse that would take us towards that all-time high mark. But overall, this is kind of what I'm seeing inside of Bitcoin. I wanted to keep you guys updated with some levels that I'm seeking. Now, from a weekly perspective, let's actually go through here and delete all of our drawing tools. And let's actually go through and analyze a couple major levels that have actually been taken out. Now, what we just experienced was a major support and resistance flip of about this area here. Now, this is kind of a major area that we've been seeing, and you could actually draw the area down to about here as well, somewhere in between this range. Now, what we had was this major descending resistance. We knew that we had to clear this descending resistance before we could actually be bullish again. And what happened was we actually broke outside of this descending resistance. And then what happened secondary was we had to reclaim this support and resistance zone right here. Because remember, guys, this was about the 618 Fibonacci level that we've been watching out for. We came back down to about the 618 level. And this is kind of the major consolidation that we were experiencing here. Anywhere between the 0.5 and the 618, we had this major level. We could see that we had highs here and we had highs here. And this was really a couple of the regions of that 6K support cluster that I felt were really important that we had to hold. And what happened on a shorter time frame was the fact that we broke out, retested this one, we impulsed again, broke out, and then we retested this one. And so both of these levels have been retested as support confirmed support and resistance flips here and here with more bullish upside and continuation showing. And so what that tells me, guys, is virtually the entire support and resistance cluster of the bottom of this bearish short-term consolidation pattern has been support and has been retested as support and has been broken out of resistance and retested support once again. And so what that tells me is that all of this major descending resistance, all of the major supporting horizontal all of the major horizontal support and resistance levels inside of this correction have been reclaimed, and we're now continuing on in this impulse. And so for me, guys, this is the most bullish case that could have happened for Bitcoin. I see this as nothing but bullish sentiment right now. I look at this chart and I only see bullish moves I look at this chart and I'm only seeing bullish moves being taken. I see a lot of bullish upside looking to take place here. I'm targeting 11K, and I think that that's about what we're about to see currently. We're about to see a lot of major new money starting to enter this Bitcoin market, and I think that Bitcoin's really going to start leading the charge here and really start pulling the altcoins up along with it. Now, this takes us to the second part of our video here, and taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Now, I've been updating you guys this for a while. I personally was expecting us to see a 79% Bitcoin dominance, but it's looking like we might get a short-term top a little bit prematurely from my targets. Now, the way it's looking, and let's actually drop it to a shorter time frame real quick. The way it's looking is we're just kind of consolidating on this short-term support here, and it looks like we're kind of rounding out here. Now, it's very possible that we could get a short-term relief rally, and I think that that relief rally is going to take us to about right here. And that's kind of what I would be watching out for. If we can break above about 67% dominance and clear support above that, then I think that that sets us up for more upside, upwards of about 70%. But that's what I'm going to be watching out for. Now, until we can actually clear above 67%, then this to me is just a retrace and a dead cat bounce before we actually fall lower. Now, this is a really important time because we do have major support right here where we're at. This is our major support. And if we can sell through support here at about 65% dominance, then I think that that's going to set us up for a major drop inside of this Bitcoin dominance. And it's actually going to lead a lot of new money to enter into these altcoins. Now, for me, I'm exposed a little bit heavier to altcoins in this time than I have been in quite some time. It's been a long time since I've been holding this many altcoins. And the reason for that is because we're at such a strong pivotal support zone that if we do fail this support zone and we fall, it's going to be a pretty strong drop on the downside, and that's going to leave a lot of altcoins room to start rallying. And so I think that even if Bitcoin breaks out, which I'm expecting it to, I think that the altcoins are ready to start leading that charge. And this is really going to be the first known sign of alt season that we've ever had, where even though Bitcoin continues to go up, altcoins overtake Bitcoin's dominance, and they actually outperform Bitcoin. And I think that's what we're about to see. It hasn't happened up to this point, but this is something that happened back in 2017, and I think that this could be the first time when we're actually about to experience that. So I think that what I'm personally waiting for is us to fail support here at about 65% dominance, drop down to one more new low. This is going to put a lot of new money into the altcoins. Bitcoin's also going to rally up, and so it'll be a profitable time no matter what you're holding. But I think that the altcoin holders are actually going to reap the rewards of this next move, right? And so that's kind of what I'm watching out for with the Bitcoin dominance. Even though we didn't quite go up to my target, I still expect us to have a lot of profit potential inside of these altcoins actually starting their retrace back down. And so that's what I'm going to be watching out for inside of the overall dominance. Overall, this looks to be like a bearish setup. I mean, to me, it looks something along the lines of this. We're just getting rejected off of, we have two different descending resistances. Now, I was targeting the upper one up here at about 79%, but we also have this one as well, and we're actually rejecting off of the lower one. And so this was a scenario that I was actually watching for. And the fact that we're getting a lower high in here and then selling back onto that support leads me to believe that this is a bearish looking setup. On the weekly, it looks very bearish. Even if we get a short-term bounce upwards of 67% dominance, I'm still expecting us to actually sell through support, and a lot of that new money is actually going to start entering the altcoin market. Now, to wrap up this video, let's talk about one final update here. This is the total market cap for cryptocurrency. This is including Bitcoin and all of the altcoins. And I want to talk about this because this is honestly such a beautiful looking market cycle that we're currently seeing, currently forming right now. Now, we did bottom near that 786-618 ratio inside of Fibonacci, and so that is a very bullish sign. We landed about the 618 in between the 786 and the 618, and we're actually getting a nice buyback taking place currently. Now, looking at the total market cap, we have actually retested this level here, and we're getting a nice buyback from that. We are getting a little bit of a sell-off taking place, but we did just break out of the previous cycle high. And so I'm expecting this one to actually get pretty parabolic. I think that we're going to go to at least right here before we see another short-term sell-off. And I do expect this to kind of continue to trend up from here higher. And so altcoins are going to be seeing a lot of new money. The amount of volume that's came in with this dip has been significant. As soon as this move came in right here, this was at the 618 ratio, which is the golden ratio. That's generally where you want to see a lot of new money start accumulating the dip. And we saw our biggest green volume breakout happen right there. And then price also resembled that. Even though we went for one more low, back down a little bit lower than the 618, the fact that we still bottomed in that given range tells me that there's a lot of smart money actually accumulating this dip. We had major support here at the previous cycle high. We actually bottomed at that point in the low of our correction right here. And so we were still on a pretty strong support level. We had a lot of new buy volume that's actually came in after the initial sell-off. And so to me, this is one of the most bullish looking setups I've ever seen. I've actually looked to start accumulating some short-term margin trade positions, just really low leverage. And these are going to be some that I have my risk really small. And I'm just going to kind of ride out these next major impulses on a couple short-term margin positions, because that's actually a good way to use leverage to minimize your risk, set a stop loss, and just kind of forget about it, because you can make a lot of money trading margin. You don't have to risk very much per your trade. And it's actually a really good way for you guys to profit with using a smaller actual position size than you're normally doing. And so for me, I'm looking at this as a really good buying opportunity. I've been buying a lot this entire retrace. I've accumulated this entire dip and averaged into my positions. And so to see us actually start to bounce up on the upside, to see Bitcoin start to break out and go higher, I'm just really excited about what's happening here. We've survived this bear market, the short-term 7 months of bearish consolidation. We have survived it. If you guys have been here for the bear market, we've survived this too. We're about to see a lot of new money starting to enter this market, and so it's really important that we all know exactly what's taking place. For me, I've never been more bullish than I am right now. Looking at these charts, they look exactly the same as what they did when I first got into crypto in 2016, and now we actually have a way to fully capitalize on this. And so I wanted to make this channel to really educate and inspire as many other people out there to do the same things that I'm doing. Now, everybody has their own strategy, and I'm not telling you guys to just copy everything blindly with what I say. What I'm saying is I make these videos to help inform everybody over the big picture trend that's developing. And the big picture trend has never looked better inside of Bitcoin. Overall, this is just the first leg up before we have a brand new hype cycle like we had in times past. We're basically right here. Just had our major bear market. We're a combination between right here and right here. And what's coming next is the big one. So you guys just make sure you hold through. Make sure that you're not getting shaken out by whatever's happening on a short-term basis. Overall, Bitcoin's looking very good. We're currently at 9K, about to head upwards of 11K is my target. And so there's going to be a lot of new money entering both the altcoins, both Bitcoin, and really you guys are going to be able to make a lot of money trading the market whatever way you want to. And so I think there's a lot more profit potential to be had. A lot of people will sit here and tell you guys that we're bearish. I know I've been getting a lot of charts from different top analysts explaining that they're expecting us to see a big drop. And to be quite honest, those people are just wrong. I've been doing this crypto stuff for a while. I know a lot of the times when we're at a big point in the market where the market's going to make a big move one way or the other, I've noticed that a lot of people are going to be bearish in those times, and it's when those times where everybody's the most bearish that the market goes up. And so I'm expecting us to see a big impulse coming very soon. If you're listening to a lot of outside forces that are telling you that this is a bearish consolidation, just understand that they're most likely wrong, and don't get shaken out by your positions. Make sure that you're accumulating for the long term. The fact we're still under 10K is a steal in terms of Bitcoin's price. 2 years from now, we're going to look back and wish we would have just unloaded everything that we possibly have in this market. I can say without a doubt, I'm all in with this stuff. I have all of my money that I have inside of crypto right now, and I went in all in since this point here. I just kind of went out on a limb, trusted myself, trusted my investments, trusted cryptocurrency, and I put all of my money that I had into crypto about this point here, and I've continued to kind of scale in. As the price is actually going up, I'm taking a lot smaller position sizes, but I took the bulk of my positions down in this area here at about 7K. So I just wanted you guys to know how bullish I am, how confident I am in saying these markets are very close to starting to go parabolic, and I just wanted to make sure that we're all updated on the same page. So if you guys found value in this video, always remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates like the one provided for you here. If you guys want access to my private coaching, my signals, where I post all of my private trades for you guys to copy, make sure you guys click the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you can get access to my Discord server. I also offer 20 educational videos that teach you guys all the same strategies that I personally use to profit inside of crypto, so that you guys can actually start educating yourselves and learning how to actually profit alongside with me. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for the support. I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.